guys, Aubrey here from Real Housemoms, and today I'm going to share with you my recipe for mother-in-law yams. This recipe came to me from my mother-in-law, hence the name, and she got it from her mother-in-law, so it's gone down the in-law chain. It's definitely worth it. It's amazing. It's not a healthy recipe, guys. I'm going to be right up front with you. This is definitely more like candy and vegetable form, but it's amazing. We have it 3 times a year. We have it at the holidays. That's it. So Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Easter, these make an appearance and then they go away again because there's no way any person could survive 1 year having this more than 3 times a year. So basically all we're going to do is make a caramel sauce and we're going to cover our yams with it and we're good to go. So I'll walk you through this process. We're going to put a couple sticks of butter into our saucepan. The saucepan's on medium heat and it's already hot. So we're gonna melt our butter in the pan and we're gonna get this going while we work on our yams. There. All right. And then we have a couple cups of brown sugar. Toss that in there and then we'll let it start to work and break down and melt together and become amazing. So that's good to go. Now in this, I have my yams. This is 3 large yams and I boiled them. They were sliced, but boiled with the skin on. That's how I was told to make this recipe and I thought that my mother-in-law was nuts, but it is so much easier to take the peels off after they've been boiled. I did try 1 year peeling them ahead of time because sometimes they're a little warm on your hands. But you end up with sort of like this thick layer of yam if you only take the peel off. If you see, if I take the peel off, there's still this layer around the outside. So doing it this way, you get the whole thing off and just put it straight into the pot. Now we boiled these until they were fork tender. So just like it sounds, you can stick a fork in. Look how easy that was. Stick a fork in, it comes out really simple. I just slide my knife in and kind of break it and then let it peel off and pop it back in. This recipe is fantastic because you can make it ahead. So what we'll do is I'll usually the day before or 2 days before even, I will boil my yams, I'll make my caramel sauce and then get everything ready. Once I've poured the caramel sauce over the over the yams, I'll wrap it in foil, let it come down to room temperature and then pop it in the fridge. And then you can go ahead and on the day of Thanksgiving, when you're ready to serve these up, preheat your oven to 350 and put them in. Now, the lesson I learned this past Christmas, make sure you take the dish out of the refrigerator and allow it to come to room temperature before you stick it into your oven. I did not do that and my dish cracked and all that caramel sauce went down to the bottom of my oven and caught fire. So my mom's down there trying to clean it out, throwing baking soda on, trying to get everything out so we can actually use the oven for the rest of the dishes. We got it to a point where it wouldn't catch fire anymore, but it wasn't necessarily clean. The house was filled with smoke. And then that night, after everybody went to bed, I figured, well, I'll go ahead and run the oven cleaner. My dad had stayed up, and all of a sudden I start smelling smoke in my room. I come downstairs, and the house was filled. We had to fan the smoke detectors, we had to open all the windows, start fanning everything out. It was nuts. So really be careful when you stick a cold pan into the oven. So this is still cooking away, melting and getting all delicious and amazing. We're getting pretty close here. Let's see. All right, I'm just gonna let this cook away for a couple minutes and I'll be right back to show you how to finish this up. Be right back, guys. All right, guys, so we've got our caramel sauce boiling away. It's ready to go. And our yams are all peeled and just laid out in our baking dish. So we're just going to cover them up. Gosh, look how amazing this looks. I told you it's not a healthy dish, but it is a yummy dish. Oh my goodness. think this year my yams were a little small. Go with the largest yams you can find, or maybe get a couple extra. I just usually try and fill my baking pan. So that's my precise family recipe. But at this point you can either cover it with foil, again let it come to room temperature, and then stick it in the fridge, and then 1 or 2 days beforehand. And then on Thanksgiving when you're ready to pop it in the oven, make sure you've pulled it out maybe an hour before you're ready to put it in, let it come back up to temperature, and then pop it in a 350-degree oven for 30 minutes until it's like warm and bubbly and amazing. So I'm gonna set this over here because we've made one already. Woo! Let's go ahead and serve some up and give it a try. I've got a slotted spoon, I can't get all the yumminess. All right, well, it's pretty amazing. You can see the outside gets really dark with all the caramel sauce. The sauce gets really light and kind of runny as the juices from the yams sort of mix in with the caramel sauce, but it's full of butter and sugar and everything awesome. So let's see. I can't even explain to you how amazing these things are. Even if you think you don't like yams, you don't like candied yams, try these. I was one of you. I hated candied yams. I wouldn't even touch them until the first Easter I spent with my husband's family, and I can't stop eating them now at the holidays. Same with my dad. Didn't like them. Now he's tried these and he loves them. So make sure you're taking this recipe, making it. It's gonna make your Thanksgiving easy, and everybody's gonna be so amazed at how fantastic these taste. If you like this recipe, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up. For more of our recipes, make sure you're following along with us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This recipe comes from realhousemoms.com, and we'll put a link straight to it down at the bottom of this post. And that's it. I hope you guys are getting ready to have an amazing Thanksgiving. Tell us what you're doing. Are you staying home, going out of town? And we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.